The R in CARP stands for reliable. Is the source reliable? When we're talking about reliable, we want to know about the author. Who is the author of the page? And we want to know, is the author an expert? If we're talking about animals, we want to know that the person is an expert in animals or in that type of animal. How would you know if they're an expert? Maybe if they work for a zoo, they would be an expert because the people there study animals and they're learning about the animals and they're taking care of them. Sometimes it might not tell a person who is the author. Sometimes it may just be like the title of the website. That would be what we could use as the author. And we can look at the website address. So, for example, if I want to know who the author is, I can go ahead, for example, on this page, and I see, okay, this is Ms. Kelt's 3rd grade class. So Ms. Kelt is a teacher that has put together a website. So if she's a teacher and she has different things about her, if I can go learn more about her class from her newsletters and to contact her. And I want to think, is Ms. Keltz the expert on koalas? So if I click on here, I might see some information that is true, but a teacher might not be an expert in animals. So this source would not be a reliable source for our research. They're not the expert, so let's go find someone who is. If I go here to Britannica, this is an example of a website that it doesn't say one person, because the Encyclopedia Britannica, the people who create this encyclopedia, they're the organizations. They're the ones who created this. So I would go look, and I maybe would look at the editors of this. Who are they? Okay, so I could read this. Okay, so here they talk about there's people writing it, authors. They also have staff that's editing it to make sure that the content, they're proving the content so that the content is accurate. Okay, they're looking at world data experts in the research. So we know that Encyclopedia Britannica is an expert in the area because they're doing and they're checking their research and making sure they are talking to the experts as well. So Britannica, that would be a reliable source, but this website over here would not be. One way we can look at is at the suffix to know if it's might be a reliable source. So at the end of a URL, then we might have a .com. Anyone in the world can make a .com. So that might not mean that it's the most reliable source. I would need to go find more information. If I have an EDU account that's from an educational institution, not everyone has or can have an EDU account. You have to be part of a school and the school has to apply. So that might mean that it's a little bit more reliable. A government or .gov is from a government website, so they might be doing research on the animal from their country, so I would hope that that is more reliable as well. An ORG, an org, is nonprofit. Usually they're trying to educate people or tell people information about something, so they're usually not trying to make money either. There's also .co, .net, .info, or some other ones, but the ones that are going to be the most reliable are going to be usually .edu, .gov, or .org. That doesn't mean .com isn't reliable, it just means we need to go find more information.